Camera one check. Oh, sexy! That's not camera one. We'll go to camera two. 6, 7. Fuck, mate, look at that. Mate, as long as I have it off the first grade, I don't care what happens before that. First grade to showpiece. Okay, we're gonna go with start game. Reset game. Start game. Well, welcome back to Aquatic, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles Baseball Sports Network bringing you all the action here in round 5 of the New South Wales State League. We're just about to get underway in second grade. Manly taking to the Diamonds. And let's see how they line up this afternoon. We'll bring you the defensive alignment. Jackson Taylor, Adam O'Neill, Eddie Davis left to right in the outfield. Tim Fale at third, Tian Ray at short. Baptiste Frigier at second. Will Tippett at first. The catcher is Andy Seller. I've still got his name spelt wrong in there. He's going to kill me. So, Andy, I apologise in advance. And Angus Wiles will be your starting pitcher for today. For Baulkham Hills, their lineup: Shane Castle, Fletcher Willard, Chris Ings, the top 3, Matt Courtney, Sam Levick, and Ryan Mercer. And then Leo Turco, Riley Watson, and Isla Zhang round out the 9 for Baulkham Hills. Manly, winless so far, have had their opportunities in all 4 games. Baulkham Hills, 3 wins and a loss on the season to date. Defeated Ryde, 13-10 in round 1, 10-4 over Cronulla. Went down 9-1 to Blacktown, and 10-8 victors over Canterbury last week. Manly, it was 11-5 down to Blacktown in round 1, 9-5 here at Aquatic against Ryde in round 2. And then 5-4 against Cronulla a fortnight ago, 5-2 last week against Greater Western, but 3 times they left the bases loaded. One of those times they had nobody out. So it'll take the opportunity when it's presented. If they can do that today, it should go a long way to recording their first win of the season. Just about to get underway here. It looks like it's going to be about 18 minutes behind schedule. We've made up 10 minutes, which is good. Big shout out to Benny Price joining us today, the stream machine. Shane Castle will lead us off. He's going to face Angus Wiles. Away here. Angus Wiles fires it in. It's at the bottom of the zone for ball 1. It's Brandon Lee calling balls and strikes. And young Liam, who we saw in 3rd grade, he's out in our field umpire for this 2nd grade game. Fouled off. Shane Castle 1-1. For Angus, it's his 5th appearance. All of them starts. 3 innings against Blacktown, 3 against Ryde, 3 a third against Cronulla, 4 2/3 last week. He's given up 13 runs, 10 earned. That one lifted into centre field. Out there to make the catch for out number 1. is Adam O'Neill. 12 walks, 7 strikeouts for Wilesy, so he needs to flip those numbers around. The ERA sitting at 6.43. It's very ugly. 12 at the start. After Blacktown. Been bringing it down slowly. Bit of a spike after last week's game. Strike one into Fletcher Willard. That one fouled off. Quickly head 0-2 is the man they call Gus. That one back up the middle. Past the pitcher, past the second baseman. Nothing he could, either middle infielder could do with that one. That was hit hard by Willard. One of the hardest hit balls we've seen today. A lot of genuinely hard hit balls. And Baulkham Hills have their first base runner. Chris Ings, who only turned up half an hour ago. Was thankful that the 18s went late, which meant a delay to the start of proceedings here. He had a family lunch out at Penrith. That one at the knees for a called strike. Ings, hot start, 9 for 17 to start the year. That one lifted. O'Neill's going to try and run it down. Over his head, going to bounce all the way to the fence. Willard's headed around second, he's headed to third. He's got eyes on scoring, he's going to get the wave home. Tian Ray cuts it off in the middle, or just behind second base on the outfield grass. And Chris Ings with a big RBI double to start this ball game. Jumping on Angus Wiles early, Chris Ings, he continues his hot start to the season. He's now 10 for 18. With an OPS over 1,300 now. It's his second extra base hit of the year. He doubled it against Wright back in round one. 7 runs driven in. So one away for Matt Courtney. Just inside for ball one. Courtney's third appearance on the year. He's 2 for 6. Hit against Blacktown and against Canterbury last week. Takes that pitch in for a called strike 1-1. That one fouled off. Wiles ahead in the count. 1-2. Baulkham Hills 34-31. The for and against. Manly 16-30, so negative 14. That one hit hard, knocked down by Timmy Fail. Tian Ray will back it up. Throw over to first, won't be in time. Baulkham Hills jumping on Wiles early here. Brings up the catcher, Sam Levick. Or is it Levick? Ings goes, delayed steal to second. Stolen base for Chris Ings, stolen base for Matthew Courtney. Baulkham Hills getting out in front early. Broken bat, it's going to drop in for a base hit into left field. Courtney, he gets a stop sign at third. Levick will need a new piece of lumber the next time he comes up, but he's driven in a run here. That's very quickly 2-0. Baulkham Hills leading. Ryan Mercer now the shortstop. Stolen base for Levick. And the protection over at third with Courtney. One foul off. 1-1. First appearance for Ryan Mercer in second grade. That one down for a ball. Oh, damn it. Just missing down and away again, 3-1. And ball four will load the bases for Baulkham Hills. First base open. Leo Turco. Takes ball one from Wiles. Struggling to find the zone here early. When he has, it's been in the hitting zone. And it's led to trouble. Inside corner, ball two. Ground ball will be pretty handy here for Manly. That's on the outside corner. Called a strike by Brandon Lee. 23 pitches here for Wiles in the firsts. That one up to Tim Fail at third. He's going to come home. Look for one. That'll be the only play they get. But they stop the run. Most importantly. Fielder's choice for Turco. He'll be safe at first. And Manly will have their second out. So two away here, top of the first. 2 runs scored by Baulkham Hills. The base is still loaded for Riley Watson. 3 for 7 in his 3 games. All of them singles. He's driven in 2. Walked 3 times, struck out 3 times. That one hit up to Tim Fail again. He's had a busy start to this game. One ball and 1 strike here for Riley Watson. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Wiles. Had Watson underneath it. Now pitch away from getting out of this inning. Just misses on that offering. Count even at 2 and 2. So nowhere to put him. 3 and 2. Runners will be going on the pitch. Outside corner, it's a bases loaded walk. And the inning will continue. Baulkham Hills make it 3 here in the first. They're going to send all 9 hitters to the plate. Riley Young will complete the trip through the order the first time. Up the line, Tibbett over to it, steps on the bag and records the out. He gets his team out of it, but Baulkham Hills, they've struck in a big way, piling the hits on early. They led it 3-0. We're off to the bottom of the first. Well, I hope you enjoyed the silent bottom of the first, because once again I failed to turn my microphone back on. But I'll tell you what, people, you missed out. Some A-class commentary that was. But unfortunately, you'll never know. 1-1 here to Shane Castle. He gets to bat twice in 2 innings. And as well the first 3 at least in this Baulkham Hills lineup. Straight back up the middle. Down for a base hit. Gets things started just like he did in the first inning. Castle actually grounded out to start the game. It was Fletcher Willard that got the hit parade started, 4 in total to score 3 runs. There was a couple of walks in there as well. That one fouled off by Willard. Top of the zone, a little bit too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Castle goes, bounce pass. I'll call Willard on the swing. It's an afterthought. So I was going to come out and ask the question, and was that intended interference? Got a bit of a case. No other reason to do that unless you're trying to get in the way of the catcher. But he gains and ship there by Willard. It sees Castle move up to second base. Gives away a strike. Look pretty silly here if he struck out. Swile's got the strikeout pitch he needs. That one gets away, knocked down, nicely handled. Backdoor, but Castle's back there. Good secondary lead by Castle. If the ball gets away, he's on third, but it was well handled by Andy Seller behind the dish. So 2-2 here to Fletcher Willard. Fouls that one off. 2-2 count will remain. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Rips it straight at Timmy Fail at third. Double him up in time. No, Castle's back to the bag. Nice job by Timmy Fail in the hot corner. Willard's hit that ball hard. Just like he did back in the first. That time there was a fielder there. And it's the first out of the inning. Good bit of base running by Shane Castle to get back to second base in time and not get doubled off. from the runner. Thing's the hitter, looking to keep his hot streak alive. Straight back up the middle, that'll be enough. Nice reach by Frugier. Great job behind second base. I thought that was through for all money. Did a superb job to get over there. Glove the ball and then get it over to first for the second out. Castle moves up to third, 90 feet away from a fourth Baulkham Hills run, but Angus Wiles has 2 outs. Outside corner.
Use that tunnel to get hits, mate.
Strike 2, here to Courtney. Two pitch, just a little bit out too wide. Needs to bring that back in a little bit. Needs to look like a strike at some point. Otherwise we'll never get a swing at it. 1 and 2. Here to Courtney. Ground ball. They're going to go foul. Got him in the... And they get the out at third base. I think that's a little bit of luck, more than good management by Timmy Fail. Trying to keep the ball on the line. Was it going fair? Was it going foul? He missed it at one point, recovered in time, flicked it up. Nice job by T and Ray to be at the bag. And that lead-off man who got aboard, he's out for the third out of the inning. Courtney will reach on the fielder's choice. 0 on the board, Manly up when we come back with the bottom of the second. Nice catch in right field by Isla Zhang to record the first out here in the bottom of the second. Cameron Goddard retired, brings up Jackson Taylor. He takes strike one for Tristan Clapham. Drags that one across, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls that one off, 1 and 2. That one up high for ball 2. 2 and 2 the count. Yeah, Jackson Taylor looking to get something started for his team. Trailing 3-0. Looking to break through for the first win of the season. Plays off that one. Good recognition there by Jackson Taylor. Not to offer at it. Count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Very good afternoon to everybody watching online. Feel free to say g'day. Top of the zone, caught a strike. Taylor watches it. And Brandon Lee rings him up for the second out. Here in the bottom of the second. Outside corner to the catcher, Andy Seller. And his 3rd grade player of the year, the last 2 years running. Pitch makes it 2 and 1. Just 1 for 6 so far. His lone hit coming against Cronulla a fortnight ago. Heading the count here, 3 and 1. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Tristan Clapham trying to work a 1-2-3. The only blemish on the record is an error back in the first, which allowed Baptiste Frigier to score, and the chopper there retires Andy Seller. Baulkham Hills will take their 3-0 lead into the third. Catcher Sam Levick. Called strike one to start things here in the third. Baulko leading 3-0. All 3 runs coming in the first. Baulko sent all 9 hitters to the plate. 1-1. Fouled off. One ball and 2 strikes. Popped up, out of play. Breaking pitch, called strike 3. Levick wasn't happy with it. There's a couple of choice words with Brandon Leon as he walks back to the dugout. Big first out for Angus Wiles here in the third. Top of the zone for ball 1 here to Ryan Mercer. Starting shortstop. That one goes back up the middle. Mercer walked. He's got himself now a base hit. He's 1 for 1 today. That one hit straight back to the pitcher. Double play incoming. Pitcher to the shortstop. Won't be in time to get Leo Turco, who ran really well. Angus Wiles just took a fraction of a second to get the ball out of his glove, but importantly, they got the lead runner. You turn a double play, you got to at least get one, and they did that to retire Mercer at second. 2 away here in the top of the third. Rolly Watson steps in. He's 0 for 1, but... Sorry, not 0 for 1. He's 0 for 0 with a walk and an RBI. Long hold by Wilesy. Kicks and fires. First pitch into Watson. Down in the dirt. Nicely handled by Andy Seller for ball 1. Swing and a miss. There's the protection swing again. That looks a little bit more genuine. 1 ball and 1 strike here for Riley Watson. He takes a moment to step off the back. Bottom of the zone, nicely laid off. 2 balls and 1 strike. I think those trackies are going to have to go on soon. sun starts to fade away, the temperature drops, makes that wind just all that little bit cooler. So 2-1. And Riley Watson in the dirt. Make that 3-1. On Lejeune, the next hitter on the lineup for Baulkham Hills. Grounded out to finish the first after Baulkham Hills scored 3. Outside corner. Nice frame job there by Andy Seller to get that corner. I think that's the spot where Wolsey needs to live. So a little bit of luck out there. Just trying to throw through a few breaking balls out there, but if you can locate his fastball out there, he should be okay. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss by Mercer. And after falling behind 3-0, Wolsey works his way back for a strikeout. And he gets the inning finished. 3-0, we head to the bottom of the third. Manly with a little bit of work to do to overcome this deficit.
What scene is it?
Just untick that sponsors one. And then hit the transition. Oh, it took me 4 minutes to fucking change the pants. Put a pair of pants on. Spurs, half hour after this one. Maybe 20 if you want. Don't buy that. Too early in the season for that. Come on, I've been here since 7. I want to go home as quickly as you do. Well, Tibbet leads off for Manly. Fouls that one away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I was just saying off air. Difference in the ball game. Baulko scored 3 runs, but they've almost finished 2 trips through the lineup where Manly will complete it here. And Tibbet followed by Eddie Davis. That one up the line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Just foul. You saw the puff of dust. It was brown. It wasn't white. Just went foul. Right, truckies are officially on. No more complaining about the cold. People are laughing at me, but I'm comfortable, so that's all that matters. Betty's sitting directly in line with the sun. Maybe that's the reason why I'm cold, because you're taking all the heat. And then he's out on the foul tip for Eddie Davis now, the next hitter. That gets away from Tristan Clapham, and Manly will have another base runner. Haven't had many. But importantly, it'll turn the order over. Breaking pitch. It's Frugia just buckling a little bit. Better do it on the first strike than the third strike. And you look really silly. That one down and in. One ball on a strike. Andy Davis takes off, and back-to-back hitters now. Warn one for the cause. Can Manly get something going? First, Nathan Willard again, club pitching coach, out to have a word to settle his starter down, get him back focused on the job at hand after hitting the last two batters. Timmy failed you up for Manly. He was unlucky last week not to come away with a couple of hits. He had one, went 1 for 3. And he's robbed of a base hit at third base. Also had a ball absolutely scorched at him, which he knew absolutely nothing about. At the time, it was a 2-2 ball game, and somehow the third baseman came up with the ball. Turned a double play. Load of bases at none out at the time. Two for 7 on the year so far for Timmy Fail. He'd like to improve those numbers. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes that first pitch for a called strike. Runners at second and third. That one punch right field. Is that going to stay fair? No, it's not. Bounce off the bullpen fence. And after the mound visit, Clapham ahead 0-2. Seem to remember that happening already. And Nathan Willard mound visit leading to a couple of quick outs. Can Timmy Fail get this inning going, move those runners around? Checks his swing. Holds it. Oh no, he's down on strikes. Okay. Thought he had held it. He walks back to the dugout after striking out for the second time today. Whoop. What was that? Another one? 6? Does that. Ian Ray reaches to that one, but can only foul it off. Got enough on it to get it out of play. Swing and a miss. Knocked down by Levick. Tries to get Davis at second. You see Mercer and Watson just leaping in tandem to rein that ball in. A strike away from getting out of the inning. One down and away. So 1-2 here to Ian Ray. Fouls it off. And Davis was hustling hard, but he'll have to go back. Good protection swing there by Ray to keep his at bat alive. Something through the infield will score 1, maybe 2. Frugier runs pretty well. That one's inside as Ray dancing out of the way. 3-1 now to count. In fact, it is 2-2. That's down and away. Now it's 3-2. Ian Ray getting the job done. Adam O'Neill waits on deck for his opportunity. Ball in the dirt. Doesn't get away. But it is ball 4. Manly load the bases. And they make it hurt. Arm in the pen. Looks like it's thumbs up from the bullpen. I'm going to say one more batter. So this will be the last batter for Tristan Clapham if he can get out of it. Can Adam O'Neill do the damage? Get Manly on the board. Struck out in his last at-bat. Bottom of the zone for ball 1. Oh, pressed the wrong button again, guys. Sorry. I changed buttons halfway during the day, and now my balls are strikes and strikes are balls. Top of the zone. Ball 2. 2-0. Top of the zone, 3-0. Nowhere to put him. He's got to come here. And he draws the walk. 4-pitch walk for Adam O'Neill to drive in Manly's first run of the afternoon. And that'll be all for Tristan Clapham. Baulkham Hills will make the pitching change. We'll pause and come back with the rest of this bottom of the third inning. Three-0 to Adam O'Neill, Tokyo Fukusaki coming on in relief. Here, Cameron Goddard, Adam O'Neill drew the walk, which led to Manly's first run. It's 3-0 out of Cameron Goddard, Manly's first run, and coming without a hit. Baptiste Frigier reached on error in the first inning. 2 runners and a hit by pitch here in the third. Cam Goddard, 3 balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball, up for ball 4. Manly have walked in 2 runs. So Jackson Taylor with a chance to give Manly the lead. Ty runs at third. Go ahead, standing at second in the form of Adam O'Neill. One of the hitters you want at the plate. Did strike out back in the second. But he's a very smart hitter. Outside corner, nice location there by Fukusaki. There's one pitch away from getting out of this inning. Manly taking advantage of the walks. Sat back on that breaking pitch, fouled it off. So another 0-2 here for Jackson Taylor. Bottom of the zone, good take. Fukusaki thought he had strike three. He was headed back towards the dugout. Swing and a miss on the high breaking pitch that time. And Jackson Taylor strikes out. But Manly get a couple of bases loaded walks. They make it a one-run ball game as we head off to the fourth. So 3-2 here to Isla Zhang. 3-2 count, 3-2 ball game, top of the fourth. And there'll be a lead-off walk. What you want to do when you just got yourself back in the game, walk the 9-off hole to start the inning. Shane Castle, 1 for 2 today. Out to the Manly defence to find the outs here. First move goes Young, he's up at second base, just like that. It's pretty much a two-base walk when you walk the 9-hole guy. Generally a speedy guy that can steal a base quickly, especially when you don't throw a first pitch strike. A long look at the runner, fakes to go, gets the swing and miss out of Castle. 1 and 2. Long hold. And a step off the back by Wiles. Keeps Jung at second. Two and 1 the count here to Shane Castle. Count now 3 and 1. And one lifted softly. Ray though over to it. Makes the catch on the edge of the outfield grass to retire Castle for out number 1. So Fletcher Willard, who's smoked 2 absolute missiles today, one of them through, one of them for an out. Probably had the hardest 2 hits today in all 3 of the grades so far. That one down and away for ball 1. Up high, so he's missing low, he's missing high. I think it's Wiles. He's got to find the happy medium where he misses the bat in the middle. Two-0 check. There's a runner diving back into the bag. Down and away makes it 3-0. Finds that one in for a 3-0 strike one. Wells just slowing things down here, trying to get the timing of Fletcher Willett off. Pops it up, right side. Couple in, couple back. Eddie Davis makes the catch. It's a nice throw from the young right fielder. More importantly, it's an out. 2 away now. Here in the top of the 4th. And the dirt blocked. Outside corner to Ings. It's there for a called strike. 1-1. Manly trying to get out of this inning without any damage. They trail it by 1. They scored 2 runs on 2 bases loaded walks to get to record a hit. Down and away. You get some, you don't get some. That's just how it is. So here we almost got to be perfect in exactly the right spot every time. Up high. I'll tell you what, a walk here doesn't hurt you. Chris Ings has been belting the ball so far through the first 5 weeks of the season now. No harm in putting him on first and facing Matthew Courtney. Still a tough hitter, but certainly hasn't got the numbers that the man they call Shorty has so far this season. They ended up walking him. They do put runners on the corners. It's 2 out here in the top of the 4th. Pitch count at 84 for Angus Wiles. Coming to the end of his afternoon, you'd think. All 3 runs coming in the first. He's done well to keep them off the board in the second and the third. Needs to find 1 more out here. Lifts it up. O'Neill will have to go back for it. Calls it, waves them off. He makes the catch. Wiles survives. Manly survive. The leadoff man walked in the 9-hole, but he's going to be left at third. Baulkham Hill strand 2. It's 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, it'll be 7, 8, 9 for Manly. Stella, Tibbett and Davis. Facing Tokyo Fukusaki. Starts Stella with a called strike. That one also in there. That's a better looking pitch than the first one, but both of them strikes. Stella quickly behind 0-2. And strikes out on 3 straight pitches. Here to start the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Will Tibbett. Four straight strikes from Fukusaki. You can probably make it 5, in fact, with the final pitch in the previous inning. And he's taking a little bit of time to adjust to the new pitcher, 1-1. That one on the outside corner. Swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. That's 3 in a row now for Fukusaki. Walked the first hitter he faced. Baulkham Goddard to walk in Manly's second run and then struck out 3 straight since. He's trying 7 of his last 8 pitches for strikes. One down. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Eddie Davis, the 9-hole hitter in Manly's lineup. Buckling at that curveball. Manly don't have an answer for it. It's moving a couple of different ways. Big swing and a miss. He strikes out the stride. Strikes out 4 in a row. And gets Baulkham Hills back into the dugout. It's the visitors leading Manly 3-2 on the Procar automated scoreboard. Top of the 5th here, and Cam Goddard takes over on the mound for Manly. 4 pretty good innings from Angus Wiles. Didn't allow a run after the first. Goddard will be into the game as the pitcher hitting in the 5-hole. Start of the game as the DH. There's that pitch count. That one's hit hard. It's going to get over the head of Jackson Taylor. Long run to the fence for him. Levick's heading around second. He's got the wave to go to third. And it's a lead-off triple. We've had a few triples. Second one by Baulkham Hills today. The Manly girls had a pair last night in their big come-from-behind 12-8 win. And Stan Levick starts the 5th off here against the new pitcher. Not ideal when you're trailing by a run to have a runner standing on third base on your first pitch of the afternoon. Outside corner. Ball 1. Ryan Mercer, the shortstop. That one's going to hit him in the shoulder, so runs on the corners. Tough start here for Cam Goddard. And they can't afford too many base runners without outs on the board. Turco. Ball one in the dirt. In there for a strike. Goddard gets himself in the count. 1-1. Runner takes off. Foul out of play. Goddard facing now the bottom third of the order in Turco, Watson and Jung. Off again, but foul again. So another 1-2 here from Goddard. Into the slider, but not in the right spot. A little bit too high. When I say a little bit, I meant a lot. Back in the zone there, and Turco fouled it off. Swing and a miss, gets him. Good job by Goddard, stayed with it. Trusted his stuff. Got the strikeout he so desperately needed. Umpires just checking the amount of outs, so we've got one over here. So runners remain at the corner. Riley Watson now, he's 0 for 1. Walked in a run and struck out. Big swing and miss. Good pitch by Goddard, went down and away with it. Well located. Why throw to one? So confusion is whether Watson was hit by a pitch. Almost resulted in Mercer getting himself out, but Manly weren't awake enough to it. Mercer ended up on second. It'll be in the books as a stolen base. Top of the zone. 2-1. Now to Riley Watson. Goes with the fastball. It's going to score a run for them, but it'll be an out. Will Tibbett holds on. And they get the out at first in Riley Watson. Nice play by T and Ray to get the out. So 2 away for the 9-hole in on the junk. Four to the score here in the 5th. No here to the 9-hole. Already walked once today. Trying to draw a second one. The free-o from Goddard. Too high. That's 4-pitch walk. So runners on the corners for Baulkham Hills. Looking for some insurance here. The back end of this game. Chung takes off. And the throw back to the catcher is on a bounce. Not good enough to make the out. Mercer's hurt himself on the slide. And they probably need to make a pitching change here. I think Cam Goddard's run out of gas. He's struggling to find the zone. Don't want it to get too much more out of hand. Ground ball, right side. And they do find the third out. Castle retired on the ground ball. Just as I mentioned, maybe Goddard's run out of gas. He finds the third out. And Manly, they have given up a couple of extra runs though. Baulkham Hills out in front 5-2. So we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Baptiste Frugier strikes, pops out rather. The first out. Hanley with the top of the order coming around. Trailing 5-2. Get the feeling that it's just not going to have enough in the tank to get it home. Especially the way Fukasaki's going, rather. That one's in for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right side by Fail, but there's the man there. It's Riley Watson will toss it over to first. Second out of the inning. Team Ray now bats with 2 out. Hit on the ground. Couple of bounces to Mercer. High throw offline. No tag applied. Team Ray's the ball with 2 out. They only got their 2 runs with 2 out last time. And they do something here with 2 out in the 5th. Adam O'Neill. Next man to hit for Manly. It's first base runner allowed by Fukasaki, and it's Manly's first hit of the ball game. No, it's going to be recorded as a throwing error. Did bring the first baseman in, Courtney, off the bag. So Manly's still looking for their first hit. 2 runs they've scored without a hit. Struck out 10 times. Four straight strikeouts against Fukasaki to end the 3rd. And down in order in the 4th. Another check on Ray at first. Manly probably get one more chance. Ground ball hit up the 3rd base line, but that's fouled out of play. And Ray's in a bit of trouble here. It's going to take an effort to get out of it. And he's going to be called out for running off the baseline in between, on his way back to first base. So Fukasaki gets out of it anyway. And Manly, 7 in a row retired, despite T and Ray reaching. Adam O'Neill will lead it off when we come back in the bottom of the 6th, but we'll have to get through the top without too much damage when we return. Cam Goddard back out. He's facing Fletcher Willard. Ball one to him. Thought it might have been a little bit tight in that previous innings. Missing his spots. That one lifted. And that's all you got to do. Get some contact like that where the ball goes straight up and you get a nice easy out. Do that 3 times, you're out of the inning before you know it. Baseball's such a simple game sometimes. If he gets all of it, then he gets all of it. But don't always get all of it. Swing and a miss. Big swing there by Ings, has him off his feet and behind the count 0-1. One ball and one strike. Right side. Frugier went to the right for some reason. And Shorty's hot start to the season continues. A runner on one here for Matthew Courtney. Tipped into the glove, took a bit of Seller's hand as well. Strike one to Courtney. There's 1 for 3 today, but that's about it. Got on base once. That's a nice pitch from Goddard. Has him ahead 0-2. Seen the previous inning, looks a bit tired. He got the final out. Certainly showing plenty of signs of life. Ground ball, pulled left side, but that's going to be fouled out of play. 0-2. Courtney's count will remain. Well, Manly, when they get their next chance, will be O'Neill, Goddard and Taylor. The 4, 5, 6 hitters in the lineup. And then a little bit of help from Seller, Tibbett and Davis. If they're going to come back and tie up or even win this game. Top of the zone for a ball. Popped up, right side, long run for Will Tibbett if he can get there. He does, just out of shot. He makes the catch for out number 2. I don't know if Cam Goddard was listening to me. See if he can find the out right here. Number 3 of Stan Levicki's. Triple to start off the inning back in the 3rd. What was his last at bat against Cam Goddard? Off goes Shorty, showing his speed. Yeah, so his first took an 0-1 from Cam Goddard. in the previous inning. That started that inning. Baulkham Hills scored 2 more runs to give them this 3-run advantage. That one popped up. Seller back for it. That's heading towards us. I feel it. Oh, just in front it lands. Everyone looked towards us, thankfully. We do have a tent over ourselves, although if it came in on the angle, we're in a little bit of trouble. So 2 remains on Levick. Shorty still stands at first. Goes again. Bottom of the zone. He's going to steal a stolen base. Dugout. He didn't just steal a base, he stole a stolen base. Well, he wasn't expecting to actually have to steal the base. He was waiting for the ball to be put on play on the 0-2. He saw him gear down halfway there. Andy Seller was taken by surprise. Didn't hear much communication from the Manly infield. Count now 2-2. 35 pitches now for Goddard. Through an inning and 2/3. Inside corner, strike 3. Levick freezes. Goddard gets out of it. And Levick will walk back with his bat over his shoulder, unhappy with the call. The 3-run ball game is ahead to the bottom of the 6th. Manly probably their last chance to find their first win of the season when we come back. So work to do here for Manly, facing Tokyo Fukusaki. He's retired, well, 7 in a row. After Tian Ray was picked off, got himself into a rundown. Was called out for running off the line. He struck out 4 of those, all 3 in the 4th. Got a pop-up and 2 ground balls in the 5th. And 1-1 here on Adam O'Neill in the 6th. Outside corner. Finds that spot, 1 and 2. O'Neill, Goddard, Taylor, the first 3 due up. Seller, Tibbet, Davis. Bottom third of the lineup following that. Chopper to Mercer. He throws a strike over to first. And O'Neill's retired. Side corner, ball one. Fukusaki gets the outside corner. On ball and one strike. First grade due up next, our final game of the day here on Eagles Baseball Sports Network. Manly, 2 wins and 6 losses. Baulkham Hills, 5 wins and 3 losses. When you look at the standings, the for and against Manly 48 and 53. They're only -5. That one gets away from Goddard. Strikes out in the dirt. And they can't complete the strikeout. So Goddard's going to reach on a strikeout. It'll be 4th one for Fukusaki. Make it 5, in fact. In contrast, Baulkham Hills have only scored 28 runs on the season, so no shortage of runs for Manly. They've got the 3rd most on the year. It's been preventing them, which has been their problem. If they can prevent more, or if they can score more than they concede today, they'll get their 3rd win of the year. Well, they had Torpy on the mound. Inside corner here to Jackson Taylor. Struck out in a big spot earlier in the game. One-0 here facing Fukusaki. One and two here for Taylor. Manly really struggling to make the adjustment to Fukusaki. Layers off that one. Good job there by Taylor. Pulls it up the line, but goes foul. Swing and a miss by Taylor. He strikes out for the 2nd time facing Fukusaki. He's got a hat trick today. He's 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. So, final chance for Manly. Andy Seller. Bats here with 2 out. Down and in for ball one. Two and 0 to the Manly catcher. Fukusaki closing in on 50 pitches. That one ripped into the gap. That'll be a nice base hit, and with 2 out in the bottom of the last, Manly have broken up the no-hitter. Double to Andy Seller. Stands at second base. And the no-hitter broken up here in the 6th inning. It's an Andy Seller double and keeps Manly interested in this game. Two runs on 1 hit, 1 error by Manly. 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors by Baulkham Hills. That's the scoring line today. Baulko scored 3 in the first, 2 in the 5th. Manly's sole pair of runs came on back-to-back bases loaded walks in the 3rd. Will Tibbett with the job to do here. Stephen Simick's got a bat. He's going to bat for Eddie Davis. If Tibbett can get aboard. Represents the tying run. Outside corner. Oh, and 2 the count on Tibbett. 2 on, 2 out. 0 and 2. Fouls it off. Good protection swing by Tibbett. Keeps the at-bat alive, keeps the inning alive. Keeps Manly's chances alive. Tibbett could make this a 1-run ball game if he can find a bit of a gap in the outfield. It's up. Going to get the swing out of him this time. Three walks, 12 strikeouts for the Manly bats this afternoon. Swing and a miss. Tibbett goes down, striking, and that is the ball game. Baulko got on the board early. They just couldn't get it done. 5-2. They will win this one, and Manly will fall to 0 and 5 on the year. Baulkham Hills' 4th win. They're 4 and 1. Nice job by Fukusaki out of the pen. He struck out 8. Clapham struck out 6. That was the issue Manly had today, not able to score runs. Too many strikeouts, 13 total. They did walk 3 times, 2 of them scoring runs. Angus Wiles gave up 3 in the first in his 4 innings of work. He threw 84 pitches. Cam Goddard was pretty good out of the pen for 2 innings. Gave up 2 runs, both earned. 2 hits for Chris Ings and Sam Levick, including a big triple in the 5th. That wraps up 2nd grade Hero Aquatic. 1 more game remaining on the schedule. We'll be back in about half an hour with a 1st grade, so grab yourself some dinner, a couple of beverages from the fridge, and we'll see you back in